YouTube, how are we doing, family? It's your boy, Yo, and this is another episode of YoHoops. I go through every NBA game every day. Today's Friday, February 6th, and we have a 6-game NBA card. I'm going to walk you through my thoughts and let you know what sides I like, so please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your favorite game in the comment section below. Without further ado, let me get into today's games. A recap yesterday, we really put on a masterclass 7-1 on the 8-game card. I was a little disappointed we weren't able to get the sweep, but considering how well we've done in February, I can't complain. We cashed with the Magic, Wizards, Raptors, Jazz, Spurs, Warriors, and Lakers, but the only game we missed was the Rockets laying the points. They were on the second leg of a back-to-back, so maybe I should have known better, but I saw it as a bounce-back spot at home. I'm now 27-12 on every game played in February. Let's keep the momentum rolling. Honestly, this isn't my favorite card today just because of all of the trades, but I'll let you guys know my thoughts and try and sweep it per usual. In our first matchup of the evening, we have the Miami Heat in Boston taking on the Boston Celtics. Celtics are minus 245 on the money line, and the total is 226.5. Both teams come into this one close to full strength. The Heat are without Tyler Hero, and the Celtics are, of course, without Jason Tatum. It's been a couple weeks since we've seen Miami with all of their guys in. I wouldn't be surprised if it takes them a few games to get their rhythm back. I'm not going to say I see a huge edge either way, but Boston has won 4 of the last 5 meetings against the Heat by a margin dating back to last year. I'm taking the Celtics laying the 6 as my first selection of the evening. In our next matchup, we have the New York Knicks in Detroit taking on the Detroit Pistons. Pistons are minus 150 on the money line, and the total is 219.5. The Pistons come into this one on the second leg of a back-to-back, but no travel as they remain at home. They lost the game outright as 17-point favorites against the Wizards last night. I had the points with the Wizards, and I still didn't see that coming. You can make the case that now on no rest, it is hard to trust them, but the Knicks come into it with a few significant injuries themselves. With Karl-Anthony Towns ruled out and Josh Hart listed as questionable, I'd say the Pistons have more talent in their lineup. I think this is a spot where they do what they were supposed to do against the Wizards last night. I'm taking the Pistons laying the 3.5 as my next selection of the evening. In our next matchup, we have the Indiana Pacers in Milwaukee taking on Milwaukee Bucks. Pacers are minus 115 on the money line, and the total is 223. Once both of these teams find consistency in their lineups, I expect big things, but right now, both of their offenses have been stagnant. The Pacers currently average 110.9 points per game, while the Bucks average 112.1. With Matherin on the Clippers and Giannis still out, I think we easily stay under this total. I'm taking the Pacers and Bucks under 223 as my next selection of the evening. In our next matchup, we have the New Orleans Pelicans in Minnesota taking on Minnesota Timberwolves. Wolves are minus 420 on the money line, and the total is 237. I don't typically feel comfortable laying these extended numbers with the Wolves at home. They're currently 11-14 against the spread in Minnesota, and tonight, Julius Randle is listed as questionable. They also traded Mike Conley, so their roster is a little thinner than usual. The Pelicans come into it at full strength. I honestly wouldn't be surprised at all if they win this game outright. I'm definitely taking the Pelicans plus a 10 as my next selection of the evening. In our next matchup, we have the LA Clippers in Sacramento taking on the Sacramento Kings. Clippers are minus 165 on the money line, and the total is 222. For me, this game is more than likely a pass altogether. With all the trades the Clippers just made, I have to believe that the Kings are the better team with all of those guys out, but let's be honest, they're 10-16 against the spread at home. Like I said, I probably won't bet it anyways, but gun to my head, I'm taking the Kings in the bounce back spot. I'll lean to the Kings plus the 3.5 as my next selection of the evening. In our next matchup, we have the Memphis Grizzlies in Portland taking on Portland Trailblazers. Blazers are minus 285 on the money line, and the total is 232.5. Honestly, I was going back and forth with this game. The Grizzlies just traded half their lineup, so they should mail this one in. My problem is they were in the same situation last game, and they ended up beating the Kings outright. I can't really compare the last time these two teams played since Triple J and Zach Edey were both in the lineup, but the Grizzlies beat the Blazers 119-96 on December 7th. The only player on Portland's IR tonight is Danny Advia, who's listed as questionable. I have to believe that they can beat the Grizzlies' third string by margin. I'm taking the Blazers laying the 8.5 as my last and final selection. And that's going to conclude today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I really couldn't have asked for a better start to February. I'll stay locked in and try and keep us in that win column heading into the All-Star break. I appreciate the support so much. I do this every day for free, so please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy, Yo! And until the next one, I'ma catch y'all. Peace.